Man, guns going off in holsters, parts falling off of guns, parts breaking in guns, long-term reliability issues, short-term reliability issues, accuracy issues, super expensive replacement parts, long replacement times. Who do you believe? The manufacturers are going to say, no, 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 ours is amazing. And the people selling them, the people paid selling them, some of you guys call them shills, they're going to say they're great as well. Who do you believe? And how do you know what the truth is? Before you buy your next firearm for concealed carry, to protect yourself, to protect your home, your business, to protect your loved ones, your community, I'm going to give you 5 things to think about. Super simple, 5 things. Here we go. Number 1, does the projectile that the pistol carries, does it do the job? What do we mean by that? Now, you could argue more people have been stopped or killed by a 22 than any round. Well, then take a 22 elk hunting, right? Just because there is some data points that validate a certain side of an opinion doesn't mean that it's the best case scenario. Yes, many people have been stopped by a 22 long rifle. It is also not the best stopping caliber. And there is much to dig into. If you want to dig into that, go check out the study that Claude Werner did, which is pretty in-depth, as well as the study done by Greg Ellifritz. Go look those names up. Claude Werner, Greg Ellifritz. You can read all about those. So does it do the job? For most of us right now, that's going to be a 9mm loaded with high quality ammunition that expands and dumps its payload. For me, I'm going to choose Supervel solid copper hollow point, Supervel solid copper hollow point, monolithic bullets that are able to dump their energy while still passing through things like clothing, glass, barrier blind ammunition. Do the research on the ammo. But does the round carry enough payload to do the job I'm looking for? FBI protocols are also a good place to look at that. We could go deep in the weeds on this, but for most of us, we're going to be looking at something like 9, 40, 45, 10mm, and some of the other variants of that. It's pretty well proven now after years and years of data that between the calibers that I just stated, there is very little up or downside to them. It's about bullet construction and projectile placement, where you're actually aiming and hitting. Okay, is the platform, the firearm, be it XYZ or an ABC gun, is it tested? And what I mean by tested, I don't mean did the company do some testing. I mean, did people like you and me go out and shoot? And this is a hard one because we get something new. Remington sold the R1. It was, some of you don't know what it is, go look it up. Remington remade a model that was done long ago, and it was kind of a cool little thing. I bought one, like, oh, cool, I'll check that out, I'll try that. It was a piece of junk, it didn't shoot, and it took about 2 years for me to get my money back from Remington when they did the recall. When new truck, new set of skis, new gun, you oftentimes have to wait for enough people to go run it to find out what are people experiencing. When the SIG P365 came out, I tried one at SHOT Show. This is whatever, 9-10 years ago. And I thought, that's cool. I ordered one. I shot the snot out of it. I ended up buying 6 or 8 of them over the years and had Ben from Boresight Solutions do some modifications. I broke all of them. We'll talk more about that. But I had real world testing that I got to do myself. It wasn't just, some manufacturer going, yeah, it's great. So is it tested for reliability? Now, reliability is an interesting concept. Can it get through one magazine, or can I drag it through the mud, throw it off of a building, freeze it in a block of ice, right? Some people do various idiotic at times things. I want to know, will this thing fire around when I press the trigger? As well, will it not fire around when nobody presses the trigger and it doesn't get bumped? Okay, food for thought. Can you shoot it well? Can you shoot it well? So if somebody says, oh, world champion JJ Racaza or Max Michel or Ben Steger, they shoot that gun and it's awesome. Well, can you shoot it well? And what I mean by that, do you have small hands, weak hands, arthritic hands? Are you a super big guy? If you're a super big guy with super big mitts and you try to grab a little teeny gun, that thing gets buried in your hand and it's pretty hard for you to get your finger onto the controls, trigger, etc. So can you shoot it well? And by well, gets a little deeper. Can I carry and conceal and manipulate it well? So that'd be number 4. Can I do all of the functions needed to carry the gun? Carrying it, drawing it from concealment is not just you sitting out on a bench at the shooting range and loading it and plinking away at a pop can. Can you do and work all of the manipulations efficiently, reliably, repeatably, in a robust manner, meaning it'll stand up to violence. It'll stand up to you being tired. It will stand up to you being hot, cold, wet, bloody, etc. And last but not least, something that you should ask early on, is it lawful in my region? Well, I don't care about that because the Second Amendment states, look, I would hate for you to go out, use a firearm in self-defense, and then find out that the firearm you were carrying, for whatever reason, isn't lawful where you live. For a lot of you that live in Arizona, Florida, Iowa, etc., you may not have this issue at all. But for some of you that live in certain places, New York, New Jersey, Maryland, California, maybe Illinois, there might be some limitations on your right. That's another discussion for another time. Ensure that the firearm that you're carrying is lawful for you to be carrying. Again, put in the comments how much you hate that, if you hate it, but that's another discussion. So when you're looking at these 5 things, again, making sure we've got them recapped here well, does the caliber do the job? Where do I get that data? I gave you 2 really good studies. Claude Werner, Greg Elefritz, for one, are modern studies looking at a lot of shootings. Is it tested and is it ridiculously reliable? Can you shoot it well? Can you carry and conceal it well? And is it legal for you to shoot? I kind of got to compile all that together because I might find out that all of those things fit, but it's unlawful for me to have. Or everything might fit, but I can't conceal it well. My body or my hand can't get on the gun correctly. Maybe I can conceal it well. Maybe every other criteria fits, but I shoot it for crap. Now, once you reach a certain level of marksmanship, you should be able to pick up any pistol and shoot it pretty good. But you will find certain guns you shoot better. Give me a Glock 19. I don't have to think about it because I've shot them so much. My brain remembers everything about that Glock 19. I can deal with it. Give me a Beretta 92 platform. I've got years of shooting them. I shoot them pretty good. But you put certain guns in my hand and I just don't shoot them as well. In fact, the SIG 320 is a gun that I never really cared to shoot. This is not a bash on SIG, but like that's a particular pistol. People were like, oh, I love it. I don't know. It felt top heavy and flippy to me. It felt kind of like uh, overweight, I'm like just got this thing flopping around. Just my opinion. That's the point. It's not about me. It's about what you shoot well. Too often, we go look at something and we say that looks cool. I'll have people say, but it doesn't look cool. I don't care what it looks like. I want it to work, man. I want it to work and I want it to work every time. So people ask, well, what do you carry? Some of you are going to hate this. Some of you know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm about to say. You're damn right. You're damn right. I carry a Glock. In this case, this is a Glock 48 loaded with Supervel, carried in a Dark Star gear holster with Ameriglow sights. Oh man, Mick, why? Why don't you get a cooler gun? Well, this one's also been completely sexed up by Boresight Solutions. First of all, not paid by any of these companies to tell you that. I bought that gun. I bought those sights. I bought that holster. These people, the ammunition, they support my brand and channel, but we've got a symbiotic relationship. Also, just because somebody pays me, I am telling you, you need to test the stuff. Go out there and read and get out of just the chat rooms and the forums. Look at real world data. Start to track trends. Trends matter. We just had another SIG break-in class, a P365. I shared that video in the last couple of days. A trigger bar return spring on a 365 that was properly maintained broke. Something I'm going to add to that. I just contacted one of the largest aftermarket spring manufacturers in the US. I'm going to be heading to their factory. We're going to meet with the owner. We're going to talk firearms maintenance from a spring perspective. His father was actually a renowned pistol smith for 1911s. Guys like Doug Koenig and Rob Latham used to shoot his dad's pistols. So this dude knows some stuff. And we're going to talk about the maintenance of these parts and maybe upgrading some of them for good measure. So, takeaway. Think this stuff through. Don't just buy it because it looks cool or some shooter dude says buy it. Buy what is going to be there and work when you need it. Mickey with CarryTrainer.com. Wearing my Ignis Lux coffee shirt today. Words are power is what this one says. We roast that coffee in-house. It's a therapeutic pastime for me. I love cooking. I love good food. I love good coffee. Ignis Lux is Latin for fire light. It denotes the fire that burns in you, kind of like that lamp. Go to the light. Not yet, not today. Fight to not go to the light today. IgnisLux.com to get some of our coffee. Hopefully we see you guys on the range. Next up is Northern California for a rifle pistol class. We've got a 3-day rifle only class in Ohio where we're going to be shooting hundreds of yards. It's going to be fantastic. You bring your carbine out. We're going to teach you how to hit targets hundreds of yards away with just a red dot and basic ammunition. We've got a class in Michigan. We've got a couple classes in Tennessee this year. We've got a few classes in Illinois and Pennsylvania, as well as Washington State. CarryTrainer.com to check those out. We'll see you soon. Be well. Don't be dickheads. Yeah. Love you.